we've got the broad spectrum of AI adoption in the room. And before you sort of go forward into that, you need to have just a little, I'll give you a snippet of layman's understanding of what is driving the market. And when you think of your understanding, there's really the understanding of what AI is doing to your portfolios. And it's not the silver bullet, but it is used in conjunction and parallel with all of the things that you've been looking at so far. And then down the other sort of tree is looking at how are you actually going to use AI within your own organization. So we're going to go down the first one. And if you think about understanding how AI is developed, if you go back to 2017-18, you had IBM Watson, $1,000 an hour with the compute power of a calculator. Well, run forward to the first chat model, and underneath how much compute, both on chip and memory, are parameters. And it was about 150 billion parameter model. So run that forward to where we are now. We're up to 1.6 trillion parameters for ChatGPT 5, and this is similar to the other large language models. So when you think of the amount of computing and the chip required and the memory storage, that is what is driving the underlying industries. So put that aside, that's sort of the tech of it, and then you bring into, well, what is the geopolitical? The geopolitical chips are produced in Taiwan, and we've been looking at, I did my master's thesis, joint ventures in China in 1993, so I've been watching that. So that's been driving the CHIP Act, 57 billion in spending and moving that to the US, as well as then the data center power to be able to do that. So that's having, huge influences. And then, tie in your environmental. Remember back when everybody said that Bitcoin was chewing up too much power? Well, this is chewing up 100 times more than what the cryptocurrency is. And then, since we're on cryptocurrency, we've just had the Stablecoin Act, which is bringing in digital currency. And yeah, an AI can't have a bank account, but an AI can deploy digital assets. So we're moving in that direction. And then just sort of I want you to think forward. You may have heard of agents and agentic AI. So that's really where AI is making decisions on its own. And agentic is, are there any space fans here? Remember the Borg? We are one, and that is really the agents that are controlling the agents. So this is where we're seeing, and to understand what the implications to the companies that are in your portfolios, you have to be asking the similar questions that you've always asked. What are they going to be selling? How are they going to be selling it? And how are they going to be delivering it? And for each of those, you are going to see AI and its implications.
That's great. So I know with AI might not be able to have a bank account, but